All right, we'll start with cricket. Now, Dharamsala witnessed a historic moment in Indian cricket, and the setting couldn't have been more perfect. The picturesque mountains was the ideal backdrop for a record to be broken. India finally overcame the 20-year-old jinx of losing to New Zealand in ODI World Cups. Dharamsala came into the fold as a venue to host international matches only as recently as 2013. It only hosted 8 one-day matches, including the one last night, of course, and it's quite a newbie in this circle. But the quaint, peaceful city of Dharamsala came alive over the weekend. One man has clearly captured the imagination of people in this small city, and that's what I found out over the weekend. We are at beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, panoramic. I'm at a loss for words. We are in Dharamsala. The drive up to this city was so breathtaking. And you know you're higher up in the mountains because there's just a difference in the air here. It's just crisper, there's a little bit of chillness, the sun is harsh, and there's beautiful snow-capped mountains behind me. The walk, it was quite a steep walk up to this point for us, and it's a steep challenge for both the teams facing off at this beautiful venue. India versus New Zealand. I'm Rupha Ramani, and you're watching The Cup of Dreams here on Firstpost. Now, when you're high up in the mountains, it's cold here, there's a nip in the air, there's a chilly breeze always blowing. You need something hot, something warm to kickstart your day. Just like a cup of chai or tea to help energize you and get you ready for the day. That's what Virat Kohli is to the top order of the Indian batting lineup. He's that core element that helps kickstart the Indian innings. Now, that 100 against Bangladesh was special. You also heard about Rahul wanting him to get that 100, resonating what probably the entire team wanted as well, stopping him from taking a single and saying, "We want you to score that 100." And that 100 was special because it shattered a lot of records. It's getting him closer to Sachin Tendulkar's ODI record of the number of hundreds. He's the first player to score 1,500 runs in an ICC limited overs event while chasing alone. We know how Virat enjoys a good run chase, enjoys the pressure and a new challenge every single time he steps onto the field. He's the fastest to 26,000 international runs. That's incredible. And that's what he means really to that Indian batting lineup. Someone to kickstart it all. And he loves Dharamsala. He loves the city. And why not? It holds a special place in his heart as well as in his career. He's the Indian with the top individual score right here. So no wonder when I walked not just past these amazing, beautiful tea leaves that's surrounding me and also into the city, asking who your favorite cricketer is and who do you enjoy watching bat. There was just one name on everyone's lips.
We love you, Virat.
Virat Kohli, King Kohli.
Yeah!
All the way through India.
So Virat Kohli is like somebody whom I would put in my favorite cricketers category. He is someone whom I believe is a legend of the game, stands apart from his peers by a mile.
I don't think you can go past someone like, from non-Australian teams, Kohli. He captures your imagination, as simple as that. And speaks his own mind, like Australians do, which I think is really important.
He is playing well, he's doing well all over the world. He's a fantastic player.
I bought 2 t-shirts yesterday for my grandchildren with Virat on the back. Oh, he's just a great player. Great player. Yeah. And I think he's good for the game.
He's just one shy of equaling Sachin Tendulkar's mammoth record of 49 ODI centuries. Fell woefully short of achieving that last night, but the hunt is delightfully on and the world is waiting with bated breath. Now, our journey to these cities, apart from showcasing the essence, flavor and story of the city, is get you some interesting stories of the people who make the sport what it is. You, the fans. We found some crazy fans in Dharamsala too, from whom cricket is for whom cricket is more than just a sport.
I remember 1983 World Cup final in the Lords, and I went to Lords to watch final live match. And when Kapil Dev going to catch for Vivian Richard, and I was right behind the Kapil Dev. That was my best memories. And then since all night we have parties from Lords to South Hall, and we had an all-night party. Youth celebration.
And can't
Thank
forget
you.
that big
We never
moment.
forget that World Cup.
What is it that you love about the sport? What is it that makes you travel from USA and come here?
Yeah, because as being Indian, we love cricket, right? If you get a chance to see the live game, nothing like that. Otherwise, you can watch on TV also. But they're not that fun as much you see in person the game.
If I had to ask you what sort of, apart from the love for the game, is it difficult to keep traveling and coming at this point to...
I mean, it is very tough. Being senior, you see these games. It's good if you are young at that time, see all the game, it makes sense. But for us, it's kind of a little hard also. Game and sightseeing is tough.
But still you do it?
Yeah, so our friends, they are all fond of cricket. Basically, when we came to Washington in 1965, there was no cricket. So we got the equipment imported from Bombay by sea or by air to Washington, and then we used to play in the Washington Monument game. And there were people from World Bank and others. We formed a team like that, and then we go to different places in USA to play cricket.
Now, a Cricket World Cup in India will always be dominated by Indian cricket fans. But there were so many who flew in from different parts of the world. Now, while meeting fans, we also bumped into not a fan, but family of the New Zealand cricket team who were thrilled to be witnessing a cricket match in the very beautiful Dharamsala. What do you feel about the cricket here in India compared to cricket back in New Zealand? What's the difference?
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. They're just so passionate. It's amazing. It's so good to be a part of it. Just seeing the loyalty and how much they love their team. Mark Chapman. He's my son-in-law. Yeah. So we've come all the way to support the Black Caps and Mark.
That is so cool. So tell us more about being a part of the New Zealand setup. There's a family guy.
No.
He's like, you fell for it.
That'll do. That'll do. I've got a beautiful daughter who's married to Mark.
In fact, the families of both the teams have been here, and while New Zealand is staying back here for its next game in the weekend that's coming up, the Indian team with the families have decided to stay back a couple of days to enjoy the beauty of the place, and much deserved after the victory, before hitting the road once again to head to Lucknow for their next encounter, where we will of course be there to get you all the ringside view of that city too. Now, the one aspect of course that hasn't gone down well with a lot of the teams in particular who have played here in Dharamshala has been the ground conditions. The patchy outfield has been a cause of concern for all sides. It's made it difficult for diving and going that extra mile to stop runs in fear of injuries. Now, I spoke to the HPCA director, Sanjay Sharma, about that and more. A city like Dharamshala, it's so beautiful, it's such a picturesque venue. Would you reckon it's the perfect setting for a cricket tournament like the World Cup?
Yeah, definitely. This is one of the most picturesque stadium with the beautiful people of Himachal Pradesh and the backdrop of Dhauladhar. It gives the eminence pleasure to the spectators as well as to the players.
There was a lot of issues and concerns that came with the outfield, and though the teams have enjoyed playing here, you had a fantastic match with South Africa and Netherlands. That was a crowd puller, and there was a lot of interest and generated from that. But just the concern of the outfield, how have you tackled that, and how have you sort of worked around that going forward?
It was earlier. It was a question from the ICC curator. And it was definitely, there were some problem during the first game. But after that, every day outfield is improving, and you will see the result of outfield in coming game.
The World Cup juggernaut of course continues. Bangladesh and South Africa get ready to face off tomorrow at the Wankhede. It's the dream of every cricketer, the ultimate glory. Few manage to keep their date with destiny. But for many, it's been heartbreaks and a cross to bear. The Holy Grail is here in India. I'm Rupha Ramani, and Firstpost brings you the ringside view. We bring you the Cup of Dreams. Cricket World Cup coverage like never before.